The story of Cain and Abel, a tale of brotherhood, jealousy, and consequence. The story of Cain and Abel is one of the earliest narratives in the Bible. Following the expulsion of Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, it is a poignant account of two brothers, their offerings to God, and the tragic outcome of jealousy and unresolved anger. This brief but powerful story addresses fundamental human emotions and moral choices, forming a cornerstone of theological reflection across Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The sons of Adam and Eve. After being banished from Eden, Adam and Eve began their life outside the garden. In time, Eve gave birth to two sons. Cain, the firstborn, became a farmer, working the soil and growing crops. Abel, his younger brother, became a shepherd, tending flocks of sheep. Each brother brought an offering to God from the fruits of their labor. Cain offered produce from the ground, while Abel offered the best of his flock. Divine favor and rejection. God accepted Abel's offering but rejected Cain's. The reason for this preference is not explicitly stated in the text, but later interpretations suggest that Abel's offering was given with sincerity and faith. While Cain's may have lacked proper intent or quality, Cain was deeply angry and dejected. Seeing his heart, God warned him, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Genesis 4:6-7. Despite the warning, Cain allowed jealousy to consume him. The first murder one day, Cain invited Abel to go out into the field. There, in a moment of rage and premeditation, Cain killed Abel, committing the first murder in human history. God confronted Cain, asking, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain famously responded, "I don't know. Am I brother's keeper?" God then revealed that he knew what had happened. "Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." Judgment and curse. As punishment, God cursed Cain. The ground would no longer yield crops for him. He would become a restless wanderer on the earth. Fearing for his life, Cain protested that his punishment was too great. In response, God placed a mark on Cain to protect him from being killed by others, declaring that anyone who harmed Cain would suffer vengeance sevenfold. Legacy of Cain left the presence of God and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. He had children, and his descendants began building cities and developing arts and crafts. Yet the shadow of his actions lingered, marking a turning point in the human story, the emergence of violence, alienation, and moral failure outside of Eden. Themes and interpretation. The story of Cain and Abel explores many enduring themes. Jealousy and resentment. Cain's envy led him to a catastrophic choice. Free will. God warned Cain and offered a way to do right, but Cain chose otherwise. Moral responsibility. Am I my brother's keeper? Remains a haunting question about our duty to one another. Justice and mercy. Though punished, Cain was also protected by God, showing a balance between judgment and grace. In other traditions, in Islamic tradition, the story appears in Surah Al-Ma'idah. While names are not given, a narrative is similar. Two sons of Adam make offerings. One is accepted, and the other becomes jealous and kills his brother. The Quran emphasizes the moral lesson: if you stretch your hand against me to kill me, I will not stretch my hand against you to kill you. After the murder, God sends a raven to show the killer how to bury his brother, symbolizing regret and the beginnings of civilization. Conclusion. The story of Cain and Abel is more than a tale of sibling rivalry. It is a powerful moral lesson about human emotion, ethical choices, and the consequences of unchecked sin. It serves as an early mirror of the human condition, asking us to reflect on how we deal with anger, envy, and the responsibilities we hold toward one another.